Hello, I'm alive. Uh, oh, Snake. Oh, Frostby. Good morning. I would have done this yesterday, but I was too fucking dead. Go me. Oh, I am finally back and alive after another anime Boston. However, this one is probably the most fun I've had at Anime Boston in quite a while. So, for a bit of background, some of the guests announced were, of course, Hololive guests. And that's partly because the con chair is a big Hololive fan, so Hololive is here every year since like 2022. And this year, there was one Hako's Bells um, appearing. So we got together on the Bay Fan Discord and we just hung out for the whole weekend. However, I had to be down there super early on Friday to pick up my badge because I didn't request the Thursday off, which is normally my badge pickup day for pre registered members. Go me. So, I'm up at 5:30 in the morning, which fuck that. I hate getting up early. But my stream time is like 8:30, 9 a.m. Just because I don't like getting up. And I take my shower, and I just head out right then because I figure, okay, maybe I can stop at like 7-Eleven and get breakfast or something like that. So I get down to area of town where the con's held. Okay, I'll go to 7-Eleven, get an energy drink, go to Dunkin', get food, and then go over and wait for registration to open. So I do all that. And I get over to the registration area at like 7:10. So I'm like, okay, cool. I have some time before registration opens, right? To like sit down and eat my food. So I do. I sit down and I start eating. And then all of a sudden the line starts moving. I'm like, huh? It's not even like 7:30. What's going on? So as it turns out, they were gonna go ahead and let us get our badges. Which was cool. Like, great. More time I can spend chilling before things actually start at the convention. And at this point I had not finished my breakfast yet. So, I just like hurriedly pack it back up into my Dunkin' bag. And I start, moving. I get into the room where registration is. And the way the Anime Boston registration room is set up is they have a long line of kiosks where they have like 15 of them, and they're almost all manned. Like once registration opens and is going, they're all manned. So it's like it's so efficient. It's boom, 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 next, 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 next. Like it's great. I love how efficient Anime Boston's registration system is. Like once the line starts moving, it pretty much never stops moving. Simply because they had so many. Simply because they had so many. They had so many booths open. So I get my badge, grab the program, go sit down, and I just. And what you do at conventions is you just chat with the people near you. You know, because one thing or another will draw the other's attention. So I of course dated myself so badly when I was hanging out with people. Hold on a sec. Did she mean to make that for next week? Because that's this week. Yeah, she did. Right. Right, because of my appointment. Got it. Anyway, sorry about that. But once I get in and I just go find a nice little corner. I message the rest of the group that hey, I'm in the convention. Whenever you guys get here, just come find me. I'm just chilling. And I sit down and I just watch Roboco's 3D live for like 45 minutes until they finally got in and we had a lot of fun. Um I we just hung out for like 2 hours. Kind of scouted everything out cuz that's what I usually use Friday morning for is to scout out like the specific layout of the convention center that year. That way I can, efficiently plan for getting around. Though they've pretty much standardized the layout now, which is good. It's really good for attendees when a convention has a pretty standard layout and there's not like drastic changes year to year. Like the most drastic change they've made recently was splitting off arcade gaming into its own room, which it kind of needed because that allowed console gaming to be its own thing. And swapping the locations of the dealer's hall and artist alley. Those are the two most drastic changes they've made recently. But changes like that are so relatively rare at Anime Boston, and I love that. But because my first thing that I wanted to do wasn't till 11, so I had time to kill. Um, I saw Kiryu and Amajima. I saw a Goromi cosplayer, which was great. That made me laugh. That made me laugh that there was a Goromi cosplayer. What else did I see? Can't remember what else I saw that morning. Um, so then I went to my first panel, which was at 11, and it was the intro to Idol Dance. Beginner's Guide to Idol Dance, I think it was called. And it was quite literally explaining, like, hey, if you're going to start learning a choreo, here's how you go about it. You know, not that I could ever keep up with the workload of being an idol. I'd have to quit my job and I'd have to quit my job and lighten up even more on streams than I already do. Because I just don't have the time to keep up with it. Let's see. So after that was the dealer's hall. I met back up with my group because they, I guess, went to Artist Alley. They went Artist Alley and wanted to go to dealer's hall right when it opens. I hate doing that. I don't like being part of that initial crowd. And if it means I miss out on the good merch, so be it. I don't I can't make too many like big merch purchases because I just don't have room for stuff. But I did get something that I wanted, which was the Relax Time Roboko-san. Fitting since I had just watched her 3D live that morning. Roboko's so cute, chat. Like, she's so fucking cute. And then my second thing. What was my next thing after that? Let's see. Guidebook. Do you like jazz? Do you like jazz, chat? Oh, yeah, it was the Justice panel. That was the next thing I went to. But obviously, there's still 6 hours to kill. And it was really more like 4.5 because they didn't let us line up until like pretty close to before it, which was stupid. Like, but whatever. I don't know what it was this year, but it really felt like security had a stick up their ass. Like, I have no idea what was going on with that. Because they were like, you can't line up here. But they're lining up here. And you're not making them move. Like, if you're gonna make us move, you have to make them move too. You know? But whatever. It was whatever. So we all went out, we had lunch. I don't remember what we did for lunch. Hmm. So then we went to the Hololive Justice panel. And this is where we're going to get into the joke behind the stream title. Is because Cecilia Immergreen, or Immerhater, depending on who you ask, um, obviously is a member of Justice, and all four members of Justice were there. So Liz, Raura, Cecilia, and Gigi. Oh my god, the panel was so fun. Like, they played the Hololive Meet fucking, like, intro thing. And then they played the Above Below music video. Which, if you've never heard Above Below, which I'd be astounded if you haven't on this channel, given how often we play Hololive music here. There's certain parts of the song where there's a chant, where it's justice, just like that. Justice, get that. So the entire room was exploding during that, and it was so great. It was so fun. Like, oh my god, we got to do the justice just like that chant. I was so happy. I was, of course, there for Liz and Rauda, but mostly for Rauda because I had my pen light lit up to pink the entire time. But it was like but the panel ended up being like a trivia. So it was like trivia about the members. So like Cece would call someone up, and it would be like trivia about Cece. Um, and one of the questions she asked was, what are 3 ingredients in my favorite drink? And I'm like, oh my god, I know the answer to this. I actually know the answer to this. I can make her do a batsu, but I didn't get called on. I hadn't been called on, so it's like, oh man. Gigi was pretty unhinged for a family aged panel. Like, the first person she called up, she's like, do you like yaoi? What's your OTP? I'm like, god damn it, Gigi. And that just continued for an hour, and it was great. It was all fun. We all had a blast. They were all in Japan, which probably made the peeing a lot easier because then you didn't have like CC in CC's peeing from Immerheim and Gigi's peeing from Frisia, and then the ping from Japan to Boston. So that probably made that a lot easier that all of them were in Japan. Because Rauda lives in Japan. Liz is. I think Liz, Cece, and Gigi are all in there on business, which I'm pretty sure is. Um, Anniversary stuff. Mm. So after that, I'd like an hour to kill before my next panel, which was Pretty Cure, the best magical girl anime you've never heard of. Now, if you're in the Discord, you know that we're watching the current Pretty Cure series, Kimi to Idol, Pretty Cure. Um, And it was exactly what you would expect. The panelists just went through most of the series, not all of them. Um, and did note that like the nice thing about Pretty Cure is like they're self-contained. So like you can just pick one of the Pretty Cure series and watch it. Like you don't need to like start at Futariwa and watch all the way through to Kimi to Aidoru. The only time you would need to is for like the Pretty Cure All Stars movies, and they don't really do those anymore. Um, but after that, I just kind of chatted with someone that I caught up next to. Not anyone I knew, mind you. Just someone that I caught ended up walking next to getting out of the Pretty Cure panel. Um and then I went home for the day because I was tired and I because I had been up since 5:30 in the morning. Fortunately, after Friday I didn't need to get up early again because everything else we were doing is in like mid to late morning the rest of the weekend. So Saturday the only thing I had planned was the Hololive Meet Super Karaoke Party with Bay and Fuamoko, which that was what we were there for. That was what our group was there for. But our group was also there to troll Cecilia. So to elaborate on this, um, a while back in Hololive English, there was a coffee versus tea debate between one Cecilia Immergreen and one Hakos Bells. Now, of course, if you know me, you know I'm a brat. I am a fan of Bay. I'm a fan of Ina first, but I am also a fan of Bay. So it should be pretty obvious, like what my where my positioning stands on the coffee versus tea debate. I actually don't like coffee. I'm actually team energy drink, which is why I have an energy drink sponsorship. Um, but and this will again feed into the stream title. But if I'm there representing Bay, I probably should contribute to the team coffee fight at least. So, we all signed up for a Boston Tea Party reenactment tour, which was extremely fun because we got to all throw fake tea boxes off the side of a ship. And what we decided to do was yell kind of Justice's thing for justice as we threw them off. And there's actually a video of us from across the harbor, and you can hear us yelling for justice clear across the harbor. And then just the camera person slides in a CC keychain from Artist Alley that says, "My gott," because CC really likes tea. And so that was where our messing with CC really picked up. I think we probably put more energy into trolling Cecilia than we did actually getting amped for Bay. It's really funny. So after that, we had lunch. We went to Faneuil Hall because for some reason, Salted didn't want to go to somewhere close by. God forbid. So we went to Faneuil Hall. I got pizza. I balanced them on my arm while we looked for a place to sit, which was actually really impressive and shows that I've done my time in food service. That I was able to balance them for a good like 5 minutes without dropping them. Oh, I'm still a little tired apparently. Um, After that, we went back. Or no, was the relax time Roboco on Saturday or Sunday? Photos. No, the relax time Roboco was on Saturday. That's right. Oh, the Hololive cosplay meetup. That's what we did after lunch. I have to like look at my photos to remember what we did. It's kind of depressing. Yeah, the cosplay meet was very good, and then we had our Eat the Rat. Well, we had the karaoke party, which has no photo and video, so I don't have any photos of that. But that was another lineup shit show by Anime Boston Security, where they were once again telling people, you can't line up, you need to move. Alright, but you're not telling them to move. Also, we're just sitting here talking. Like, so that was already a shit show. Finally, we come back at 4:30. And they're like, okay, calmly move over the to the other wall as if that was ever going to happen. Like, so because of that, I got squeezed out from the rest of the group, ended up further and back in line, and I was very annoyed about it until I turned around and saw one of the people I had been hanging out with at the convention the last couple years. So that kind of turned my day around a little bit. Um, so we just kind of caught up. I passed on a message from one of his other friends that I had seen in the hallway. Um, the message of which was, fuck you, I hope you had a bad time. But that was fun. And then we did our Eat the Rat. Which chat, I actually need to show you this Eat the Rat. Open Discord. Did I not put the video? Did I not put the Eat the Rat video on in our server? I know I put it in Bakehorde. Hold on. Those nights, I'll never find my way back to you inside this labyrinth of lights. There's madness in the meaning, never lifeless. We were singing at the top of our lungs to the numbness. This city never died. I'll fly, no proof. Those heights, I'll never find another chance to say. Saving my life, I was hopeless. It was stinging, running roadless. We were screaming at the top of our lungs in the numbness. This city never died. Oh, here we go. I found it. Let's see. What do I do? Studio. Discord. Okay. So we have one camera angle that's like back here, like further back, but I'm like closer off to the side. And I want you to see how awful this is. Jesus Christ. Like, it was a comically bad Eat the Rat. Alright. My favorite part is at the end because you just see the Docky just come down like a second after everything else has fallen. And of course, this is right after the karaoke party, so we're all still running a fucking high. We're still like running an adrenaline high. Then after that, we went to dinner. Was there supposed to be a vid showing? Yes, I did show it. I can show it again if you'd like. It's not up? What the fuck do you mean it's not up? Yeah, like, let's watch it again. I think the big problem is like we didn't have like a proper basket. The docky is my favorite part because it like what is it? Yeah, like, cause like you have all the rats, you have you have our banner. I love how someone tossed a mume and an ame in there. That's my shit. I should have gotten that out of the way. Oh well. Yeah, see, like we had someone over here filming, but I always love getting like a proper side view because then you can see exactly how garbage we are at throwing. And then and then just like a full second later the Daki just comes in from like the left part of the frame. No, it was fun. It was fun. Um Sunday was very uninteresting. Like we met up late morning at Pressed Cafe. I went to Wendy's for breakfast. I went to Wendy's for breakfast, which there's actually a secret to getting really good value at Wendy's, and that's their 2 for 3 breakfast meal deal, where you can get a sandwich and potatoes for like $3. And then you can just get a large soda, and that costs you like $6 total for everything. Wendy's has some of the best value in fast food, and I don't know why people say they don't. But as I was walking, I saw a street sign. It said St. Cecilia Street, and I'm like, mein Gott, this is ein street for bluntensmoken. Bro, we were all so fucking fixated on the mein Gott. On mein Gott, the whole fucking weekend. Uh, yeah, I didn't even notice at the time that someone had thrown a mume and someone else threw a small ame in. I'm like, man, I should have thrown Ina in there. I should have put Ina in there. Oh well, what's done's done. But after that, we killed a little time because we had a dinner reservation and we had to get there on the T. And we just deconstructed our banner because that was going to take up way too much room on the train and in the restaurant. And one of the people in our group had the CC egg plush. And they held up one of the pipe pieces to the egg plush and looked at all of us and said, mein Gott, this is ein train full of bluntensmoken. Like, I'm not kidding when we were just fucking fixated on that the whole fucking weekend after Saturday. Very interesting. Hi, Yoko. But Sunday was pretty uneventful. I didn't have any panels I wanted to go to. I just made. You have to say it with a German accent. Mein Gott, this is ein train full of Blutensmoken. Is that good enough for you? Is that good? No, little German boy, don't go into the weed train. You have to say it very, very interesting. I am at the whims of my chat. Yeah, Sunday was very uninteresting. I had breakfast, messaged them like, "Hey, we're at one of the cafes nearby." I'm like, "All right, on my way over." I had already hit the dealer's hall for the last round, so I had all the shit I wanted. Um, well, that wasn't entirely true. But we had like brunch. I had a bagel. Here to cheers and pay respect to Norm. No, they didn't want to do that. Group didn't want to do that. Also, that happened like 2 days before. We couldn't really change our plans because we had already like set. Hey, we're gonna do this at Anime Boston. Hey, we're gonna do the Boston Tea Party reenactment at Anime Boston just to troll CC. Norm will haunt you for the rest of my life. Oh no, how awful. Norm is about to find out I'm a very boring person to haunt. But yeah, we went around. So we had our brunch. Then we all went back into the convention one last time. We hit the dealer's hall, and I picked up one of the Corre hand puppets that I had been eyeing the whole weekend. And I was actually shocked it was still there on Sunday. Um, like it was a potato Eevee. I wouldn't mind that life. That would be a nice life. But the fun part was not what I did at the convention. It was what I had to do after the convention because I had work at 2 o'clock that day. So once I made my last purchases, I said my goodbyes to everyone. And I said, maybe I'll see you guys at EN3. If nothing else, I'm going to be going to 7th Fest. So if nothing else, I'll see some of y'all there. But I didn't really have time to go home and drop my stuff off. I just had to take my merch purchases with me to work, and I had to take my con badge with me. So like I had to bring all my convention shit with me. But like I didn't but I knew I had work. So like I wasn't all like triple bag I wasn't like double bagged up like I had been the rest of the weekend with like the crossbody. I had my myth crossbody bag with me. So I wasn't like double bagged up like I had been. Actually, let me see if I can bring up the because I know Salted posted it. Double cheeked up. Not really, because it was my baggier work pants. So unfortunately, not double cheeked up. The rest of the weekend, I was. Oh, here it is. I found the video of Across the Harbor. This one I am actually going to. That's me, by the way. That's me right here on the left. So this is from across the harbor. Mein Gott. It was so fun. Like, yeah, you can hear us yell for justice. So that's a thing. Yeah, like they take you on a whole little tour. You can throw these like fake little tea boxes off the side of the ship. Next year you're coming up to Boston. I will try to have time. God forbid they announce Ina though. If you're able to make it, I might only be able to make it one day. Tomorrow! Tomorrow! Oh, my throat. My throat is honestly still a little fucked from the karaoke party. It's so fun. Actually, I've actually never done the Tea Party reenactment. Because I live in the area. I'm a local. Like, I don't like why would I do all the touristy shit, you know? You know, why would I do all the touristy shit like that? But it was all fun. It was fun. I had a good time. And Salted found out I'm the most boring looking motherfucker ever. Yeah. Good times were had by all, I think. Aside from security having a stick up their ass, good times were had by all. Mm. But going straight to work from the con was not good. That was not good because I wish they grew 2 cup sizes during AB. I fucking wish they would. That's fine. I've got that appointment this week. Maybe I'll just I don't know. I got my HRT follow up this week. We'll see what happens. Oh, I'm still tired, man. 2 days. This is why I always take the Monday off, by the way. This is why I always give myself a day after whatever events I'm going to. This is exactly why. Like, Fess, they grew a little bit. Not much. A little bit, not a lot. Though I don't know, I look at them every day, so I might not notice it as much as someone else. Yeah, like this, it's why I always give myself a day after whatever I'm doing before I go back to work or travel back. It's because there's a distinct difference between traveling when you're worn out versus traveling when you're rested. So, like for my fest trip, I distinctly made sure to give myself the 10th, not doing anything super strenuous before I flew back on the 11th, even if the 11th ended up being a shit show. I don't know what fest dates are next year. Oh, ads. So, sub gang, how you doing? If you have a before and after, I'll be sure to help. I appreciate the I appreciate the enthusiasm. Now, the only frame of reference I have is that my shaper bra fits a little different. That's really the only frame of reference I have that my boobs grew. Oh, anyway, being tired. Monday kind of sucked. Because I was at the airport, so it's slow. And then on top of that, I was still tired. Like like when I got home Sunday, I pretty much passed right out. I tease. Happy for you. Thank you. When I got home Sunday night, I pretty much passed right out. Um, and I think Monday I still wasn't really fully rested, which is why I didn't do the recap stream yesterday. um, because like I would not have I was not in a good spot to do any kind of streaming yesterday. Even today, I'm tired. I am still tired. My throat is still a little fucked. In fairness, like I was cheering my fucking heart out for Bay. Motherfucking Bay, by the way. At um at the super karaoke party, fucking Bay sang apples and bananas at her warm up as her warm up song. I like to eat, eat apples and bananas. Yeah, that fucking song. So it took forever. It has been a while since I last streamed. Like a week. It's because I'm just trying to take care of myself, too. Like, I almost didn't stream today, even. Because I'm like, oh, it's 9 a.m. already. There's not going to be a lot of time for me to, like, talk, you know? But then I remembered that my Japan trip only took 2 hours to talk about. That I Cause yeah, I did yap for like 2.5 hours about my Japan trip. So like a 3 day make your fans worry. What fans? What fans? I'm not an idol. Said it before, I'll say it again. Don't put me on that pedestal. Don't pin your happiness on me. If Marine can't handle that kind of pressure, there's no fucking way I can. Does that emote help? Yeah, like if someone like Marine can't doesn't want you pinning your happiness on her, please don't pin your happiness on me. I just want to be silly on the internet. I don't want to be famous. Do want to talk a sec about streaming. Um, it's always refreshing to hear like Marine and Suse and folks like that, like prominent people, um, really talking about like how hard it is sometimes. And like being real about it too. Like Marine regularly talks about what it's like being older in this field. And I feel that. Like Marine must be around my age. Sencho must be like around my age. Staring into your souls. Rude. Rude ass. Can we get Swag and Mrs. together? I don't know. But yeah, like being older in this field, um, it's tough sometimes. Because like I definitely feel more days. You missed me talking about my entire anime Boston weekend with Baycord. And you missed a video of me throwing tea in the harbor to troll Cecilia. Fuck. I mean, the VOD's always going to be there. Like, and I'm going to put it on YouTube too. So, like, the VOD will be there. Yeah, being older, I think, in this field, it's a double edged sword. Um, bless. Yeah, like, I always make sure to archive as many of my VODs as I can. Um, because I got started into the streaming game way late. Um, got started into it when I was 27. I think I've scrubbed every almost every evidence that I was ever a flesh tuber off the internet, though. I think I've scrubbed almost all of those VODs. Um, Challenge accepted. Are you really gonna page through all of my YouTube videos? And there's still like I think there's still some clips and highlights of me streaming with a camera, streaming with a webcam. Um, but yeah, I've been in the streaming game off and on for this will be 7 years. This will be 7 years this year, and I've seen a lot of people come and go. You know, I've watched Keys and I come and go and come back. You know, I've watched Kaguya Luna come and go. I've watched Hololive come up. You know, I've watched normal boots rise and fall. Like, it's been wild. It's been a wild ride, and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world, but from flesh tuber to snake girl there's several sizes. Yeah. You know, a normal streamer pipeline. So part of the reason I became a VTuber is because frankly I didn't like taking 15 minutes at the start of every stream, 15 to 20 minutes at the start of every stream to make sure before stream that I was like shaved and everything. Because that's a pain in the ass. Now, as a VTuber, nobody has to know that I'm not wearing pants. Nobody has to know that I haven't shaved in 3 days. I am actually wearing pants, Twitch. This is a joke. Before you clap me, Twitch, this is a joke. Yeah, it's like no one needs to know. No one has to know. When you're a VTuber, nobody knows. Cause like I can say I'm not wearing pants. Can you prove it? Exactly. My God. Not working with Shocker, are you? No. It's just we had a German VTuber at Anime Boston and we were making fun of her all weekend. We were trolling her all weekend. So I knew like this has to be my stream title. Oh my God. This stream is full of bluntensmoken. I think if you dig deep enough, I think I still have a few like clips and highlights is from being a flesh tuber though. Wearing pants? How about you back it up with a source? My source is I made it the fuck up. My source is trust me, bro. One more lane. Wait, what were we talking about? What were we talking about again? Weed? So, Val, you saw the original meme, right? Like, the original meme is no little German boy, don't go into the weed cave. Oh my god! This is a cave full of bluntensmoken. Which has, of course, evolved as the internet has become more connected. And now it's just gotten it got out of hand this weekend. Like, we were so fixated on it this weekend. It was hilarious. But honestly, like, having a group like that to just hang out with. Oh, one thing I missed about the karaoke party. So, when it got out, of course, I had been separated from everyone else, right? Um, so I just get back out to the main hallway and I just switch my pen light to pink, long as you didn't smoke it. Recreational weed's legal in Massachusetts anyway. So I just switched my pen light to pink. Opened up the Discord group and was like, "Hey, look for a pink pen light. That's where I am." Like, we made it obnoxiously easy to find each other. How have you been, Decade? I haven't seen you for a while. But yeah, we just did shit like that to reconnect with each other. I'm like, hey, look for the pen light this color, or look for someone wearing a Fubuki hand puppet. Yeah, it was good. I haven't had this much fun at Anime Boston. Should have worn a green wig instead. My hair is too long to fuck around with wigs. Like, if anything, I would just temp color it. I would just get that spray hair color and do that. Ugh. But yeah, all told, my merch haul was the Anime Boston 2025 shirt, the Hololive Meets Super Karaoke Party shirt, Relax Time Roboko figure, Pop Up Parade Sora, and a couple Fake Grand Order wafers. That was all told, that was my merch haul. Both figures are now up on my desk. Oh, and the Coronet puppet. That's pretty much Anime Boston. Um, I'm surprised you have any room on that desk. I'd have more room if I cleaned it off. I'd have more room if I cleaned it. That's what I meant. Yeah, well, I'm stupid and you have to tell me stuff directly. Otherwise, I'm not going to get it. I'm a dumb snack on the internet. You have to tell me stuff directly or I'm not going to pick up on it. Ugh. They actually had packs of the hollow. If I tell you stuff directly, you just have a tantrum and tell me you're not gonna do it anyway. Exactly. How do I best annoy my chat and convince them to go away? That's my mission as a streamer. How do I best annoy my chat and convince them they have better things to do with their time? Game was rigged from the start? Yeah. Yeah, it sure was, wasn't it? No, I actually like that top shelf where my Switch is on my desk. I actually have I have plenty of room up there. And I will actually say Sora looks really nice. Tokino Sora looks really nice next to Pakara. Which, incidentally, I also got in a grab bag. Pakora, I also got in a grab bag. Oh, you. Yeah, me. What about me? Son of a bitch. What's wrong? What's wrong, Val? You know, I gotta say, being a smug little shit is a lot of fun. Man, please wrap it up. Oh well, go fuck yourself. How about go fuck yourself? Yeah, I do gotta say, like, being a smug little shit is a lot of fun. And I think that's what I needed to do. I think that's what I've been trying to do for a while is just find my calling. And my calling is being a smug little shit on the internet. Teasing and trolling my chat. I think that's been a lot of fun and I really enjoy it. Pleasing? No. Just trolling and teasing. Teasing with a T, like in Twilight up there. Um, hey, do you know what today is? Today is Tuesday. See, I'm not British. I'm not British. That joke doesn't work. I live in New England, not England. Close enough. Fucking Tuesday, isn't it? I mean, my love language is teasing and save laughs. Hi, Hez. Me on stream, kinda smug. Maybe teasing chat here and there. Me on Discord. Hey, did you know it's Monday? Did you know it's fucking Monday? Monday may have passed chat, but it will be back before long. Oh, the misery. No, I have a lot of fun. I have a lot of fun doing this. And I think what happened was I was just like still really stressed out from my previous job too. And I just felt like I felt like I was just spinning my wheels back in September. I can't believe I even thought about graduating. Like it's crazy to think about, right? Like that I actually considered graduating. Like I gave it real genuine consideration and almost did. But we're still here, so sad times. It was a rough time, to be fair. To be fair, like September to like April was rough as shit. Like I'm really only coming out of it now as a Hololive fan, but especially like September to December was rough as fuck. And for me personally, like that goes back to like June, July because of my previous the aforementioned stress at my previous job. But I think now that like I'm in a chiller job, I'm in a chiller place and I've kind of found my calling as a streamer too. Um I think that's really helped me out a lot. Like I love telling you guys about the silly funny shit that happened at work. Most meaningful things you ever learn are through your own treks. People can help keep you can help steady your walk. They must be learned yourself. Yeah, unfortunately, like stuff like burnout and what your work threshold is stuff you can only learn on your own. And sometimes you have to learn it the hard way. Like I can be told, "Hey, don't overwork yourself." But it's on me to decide when I'm overworking myself. You know? It's on me to decide that. I just hope I'm not diving in too deep with this cover song. I did get a really good camera shot for maybe the key visual, so um maybe I can work with that. So maybe progress is being made on that. Do so I might have an announcement this week actually. Be here to help you catch you if something goes wrong. And I appreciate it. Like really, if it ever feels if I ever seem like I'm overworking myself and I'm burning myself out, please stop me. I always tell people that, like, if I'm ever in over my head or if I'm ever getting a big head about streaming, please slap me. But yeah, I think I might have an announcement this week. I just need to double check a couple things, but I might have with how much strength, as much strength as it takes to set me straight. Let's see, what day is it? Tuesday. So I think, yeah, I think I can announce that tomorrow. Ooh. Yeah. Okay. Um, are you guys? This is everybody's favorite thing. Announcement of an announcement. I do have like a big announcement. It's an exciting one. Don't worry. But I will have that. Um, I will have that announcement at the top and at the end of stream tomorrow, I think. And I promise, more exciting than announcing it's Monday every week. It is actually more exciting than that. Like it's actually a really like exciting, important announcement. It is like an actually good announcement. Unthinkable. Like I'm not just a brat. I have to make sure. In anger, I once went all out and punched a whiteboard hard enough to crack it and crack the wall behind it. That's probably hard enough to set me straight. But yeah, I think that's good. I think that's good for today. It's an hour and a half of yapping. Cracked all my finger bones, but you know. So he's gonna be a background character VA in a game. I wish. Harder say probably. Listen. Listen. Yeah, I'm still a little tired. I'm the brat. True. I mean, what? Oh, I can see some. I see someone we can raid. Yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me today. Because I'm still a little tired. So I might take a quick power nap before I have to get ready for work. Thank you so much for hanging out and listening to me ramble about Anime Boston and assorted other topics. It is a lot of fun. I will see you tomorrow for the announcement and probably Yakuza. I don't know. I'll see what we're feeling like in the morning. Um, Naps the privilege of adults. Yeah, because I'm still tired. I'm still tired, man. I will see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out. Bye bye.